21 facts about the powerful Speakermen. Number 1. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but we've never seen a POV, or first-person view, of a Speakerman. We have seen the first-person view of a cameraman, a TV man, in Skibidi Toilet 74, for example, and we've even seen the POV of a toilet. But so far, we haven't seen the POV or perspective of a Speakerman. Number 2. Here's an interesting fact. We still don't know which was the first Speakerman from their faction to get infected by the toilet virus. Unlike the cameraman faction, where we do know who the first infected was, the one who appears in Skibidi Toilet 30. With the Speakermen, we haven't yet seen who the first one was to be infected by the virus. Number 3. A pretty curious fact, and I bet most people don't know this, is that Boom confirmed that the Speakermen's original theme song wasn't the one we all know, this one. It was actually the song that's showing on screen right now, but that song was later replaced with the one we all recognize today, because this one fits the Speakerman faction perfectly. This whole fun fact comes from the Skibidi Toilet wiki, so tell me, did you know this one? Or did I win the bet I made at the beginning? Number 4. For a pretty long time in the Skibidi Toilet series, the Speakermen's appearances became really rare. So rare that the whole community started to think the Speakerman faction was going extinct. From that moment on, their appearances were really short and mostly limited to support roles for the cameraman troops, like we saw in Skibidi Toilet 67 and Skibidi Toilet 66. Number 5. The Speakerman's favorite kind of combat is close quarters combat, where they attack their enemies using a knife, which we've already seen is very common among almost all the Speakermen we've seen fighting. Number 6. This isn't so much a fun fact as it is a mystery, because the real reason why the Speakermen wear headphones is unknown. We all know headphones are used as protection against the sounds emitted by screens and speakers, but it's been proven many times that Speakermen are immune to those sounds. For example, the Titan Speakerman didn't take any damage from the sound coming from the scientist toilet screen, and in Skibidi Toilet 70, we also saw that the Dark Speakerman wasn't affected either by the sound attack from the silent toilet using its screen. And no, the Dark Speakerman wasn't even wearing his full headphones that could have protected him. So, if the Speakermen are immune to sound, why do they always wear headphones? Leave your theories about why the Speakermen always wear headphones in the comments. Number 7. One of the new upgrades for the Speakermen is that now they can jump pretty high, which wasn't the case before. But you're probably wondering how they do it. And after analyzing it, it seems that the Speakermen use their speakers to propel themselves in order to jump. If you watch Skibidi Toilet 78, you'll notice that right before a Speakerman jumps, you hear the sound of a jump. Listen for yourself. And after that sound, they appear jumping. This same thing happened when the Spiker woman appeared, because every time she jumped between the Astro toilets, you could hear the sound I'm talking about, confirming that the Speakermen use their speakers to jump. Number 8. Do you remember the helicopter Speakerman that joined Titan TV Man's body to boost his power in Skibidi Toilet 44? Yes, it seems that these helicopter Speakermen are the same ones that were detached from the Spider Speakerman we saw in Skibidi Toilet 78, except this time, instead of having helicopter propellers to fly, they have some kind of wheels on their backs to fly. Obviously, they use Astro Toilet technology to be able to fly. Number 9. After a long time, the Speakermen finally managed to use their main ability the way it should be used. And that's because after the DJ Toilet showed that the Speakermen weren't using the full potential of the sound they have. By stopping an Astro Toilet attack with speakers, we got to see the same thing but from a Speakerman who was able, just like the DJ Toilet, to stop the Astro Toilet attacks and then counterattack with those same shots. Number 10. The Speakermen went against the principles of the Alliance because they are the first characters from the Alliance to break the trend of wearing shoes, suits, and fancy clothes that had been worn by all the other members of the Alliance, and now they wear a more casual style of clothing. Number 11. In Skibidi Toilet 78, something historic and impressive happened for the Speakermen, because in this episode, it was the first time a Speakerman was able to talk in Skibidi Toilet, because before, These characters only communicated through sounds, which is quite ironic since the Speakermen have speakers and sound systems from which they can play any sound. But then, the Titan Speakerman Executor would become the first character from the Speakerman faction to be able to speak. Number 12. The laser swords used by the new Speakermen we saw in Skibidi Toilet 78 are inspired by the lightsabers from Star Wars. Number 13. Currently, the Speakerman faction is the most powerful faction in Skibidi Toilet, being more powerful at the moment than the Astro Toilets, since the Speakermen managed to combine the Astro Toilet technology with their own technology, thus creating an incredible combination of power. You only have to look at how this Titan Speakerman easily defeated the Astro Toilets using their own technology mixed with the Astro Toilet technology. Number 14. The Titan Speakerman Executor killed more Astro Toilets than the Titan TV Man and did it in less time. Since while the Titan TV Man in Skibidi Toilet 77 almost lost his life defeating 3 Astro Toilets, the Titan Speakerman killed several Astro Toilets with a few moves and in little time, showing the difference in power between these two characters. Although the Titan Speakerman isn't technically a Titan, it's worth clarifying that the Titan TV Man was at a disadvantage since he didn't have the same upgrades that the Speakermen have now, considering that the Titan TV Man practically defeated 3 Astro Toilets with his own hands, and those 3 Astro Toilets were quite large. So, let me know in the comments if you think the Titan Speakerman surpasses the Titan TV Man in strength and power. Number 15. The Speakermen are the first faction of the Alliance to create substitutes for their main Titan, meaning the Speakermen created replacements for the Titan Speakermen, since it is theorized that the Speakermen created the Titans like the one you're seeing on screen, so they would be the replacement for the Titan Speakerman, since he was infected by that time in Skibidi Toilet. So the Speakermen didn't see any other solution but to create other Titans in case the Titan Speakermen couldn't be rescued. Number 16. An important curiosity is that no one in the Alliance knows about the return of the new Speakermen since, as you remember, all Alliance transmissions were cut, leaving them disconnected and unaware of what's going on. So they are still unaware that the Speakermen have finally returned, and only the hybrid toilet with Katana's nose, meaning Hugo Boss and TV Man Larry. Number 17. Do you notice the sword that this Titan Speakerman stabbed into the ground where a red energy beam shoots up into the sky? Well, that red energy beam is probably meant to attract all the Astro Toilets to his location so the Speakerman can finish them off faster, since right after that red beam was activated, a large troop of Astro Toilets arrived to fight, showing that the Speakermen are taking seriously the idea of no longer hiding. But also, that red beam might serve as a signal for all the Speakermen from different places to come out of hiding and start executing the invaders. Or you can tell me in the comments, what do you think this red beam is for? I'll be reading your thoughts. Number 18. Although this Titan Speakerman is a Titan, he doesn't have a core, and one of the most talked about theories is that he doesn't have a core simply because he's not a true Titan, so he doesn't need one. However, another more complete and believable theory about why this Titan doesn't have a core in his chest is that it's to avoid being infected by the Astro Toilets, just like the Titan TV Man and the Boss Toilet were. And instead of giving him a core to provide energy, they gave him a halo or a ring on his back, just like the Astro Toilets. That's also why it's theorized that this ring on the backs of the Titans is what gives them energy. Although, this last part isn't very credible, since a Speakerman ship came close to this Titan to recharge him with energy, something similar to what the Titan TV Man did with the Titan Cameraman and the Titan Speakerman. So let me know in the comments which theory you support more about why these Titans don't have a core. Number 19. Now the new Speakermen have shields, just like the Titan TV Man and the Titan Cameraman did, but unlike them, the Speakerman's shield might come from these speakers on their forearms, since with these speakers they can produce sounds to block the Astro Toilet's attacks, just like the Titan and the Spider Cameraman did. Number 20. The Spiker Woman carries with her the Dark Speakerman, also known as the first Elite Speakerman, since in the images that were published after the release of Skibidi Toilet 78, we can see her in one of them. And if you pay attention with me, you'll notice that she wears a necklace with what looks like the head of the Dark Speakerman, showing that these two characters had a very strong emotional bond. Number 21. The Speakermen are the faction that has used dead toilets the most. For example, we've seen in several episodes a Speakerman using a dead toilet as his vehicle, from Skibidi Toilet 25 until now. Also, the Titan Speakerman, after killing a toilet, used it as a chair to sit on. And as an extra fact you probably already know, the Speakermen faction is the most viral faction in Skibidi Toilet. Since the majority of the episodes they appear and get a lot of views. See you next time!